Opelika City Council meeting of April 7th, 2020 to order. Call roll, please, Ms. Jones.
Ms. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Pitts.
Here.
Mr. Smithy. Here. Mr. Cannon. Here. Mr. Smith.
Here. We are going to start our meeting with the invocation. I want to ask Mr. Cannon to lead us in the invocation if you all would stand.
Join me in prayer. Father God, we ask that you bless this planet, this earth, all the countries in this world. We ask that you bless our country of America, especially, and all the people who live therein. We ask that you bless the President Donald Trump, our whole state of Lee County, Opelika, and all the other cities within our county. We ask that you look over us and guide us. We pray for the Opelika City Council, for the mayor, and all of the staff of our fine city of Opelika, the citizens, first responders, doctors, nurses, and all of the other helping hands. We pray that you will watch over and protect each one. Father God, you are our light and our salvation, our hope in the past, present, and future. Lord, especially now we face this dreaded coronavirus. We humbly ask that you guide all those that have received of your God-given talents to find an end to this terrible disease and the pain and suffering it brings to all that fall victim to it. We pray that our actions here tonight are worthy of our blessings, and that you and all that we unite is beneficial of the citizens of Opelika. We ask that this in the name of your Son, Christ Jesus, who paid the ultimate price by our mortal soul. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Jones, will you lead us in the pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ms. Cannon, you all have previously received a copy of the minutes of the March 17, 2020 meeting. Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Having none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Mr. President, members of the council, a little unusual setup for us tonight, but thank you all for being here and take care of the business of the city. I want to compliment Lee Creeling, Chief McAaron, and Chief Prather for the excellent job they're doing. You know, we have several important groups with the city, led by our first responders, police, fire, paramedics, and then, of course, the next group are our Opelika Power Service folks, who are doing a great job of keeping the lights on. Then we have our wastewater collection and treatment folks. That's mighty important. And then, of course, our solid waste Opelika environmental services. So all those folks are working and doing an excellent job. We met with all the stores impacted by our 20% capacity rule that begins tomorrow morning. All were very receptive to what we're doing, and all have agreed to cooperate with us, and we fully expect them to do exactly what they say they're going to do. And I think we'll, of course, as you know, all of our parks are closed. And when I saw Laura Fuller at lunch today, she said, I understand the tennis courts are closed. I said, that's right. And she said, I knew that because Morgan came in as we were finishing my doubles match to lock the gates. And I tried to call you and couldn't get you, so I called Sam Taylor. And Sam said, yep, they're closed. And so is the dog parks, and so is the walking track at the sportsplex, which has been very popular. I understand that the walking track at the middle school is still open. I don't know about the walking track at Southern Union, but there are places to walk in neighborhoods and other places to walk. You can do a lot of walking in Tigertown because plenty of space out there at the moment. So we're doing all this to try to get our arms around it and try to help flatten that curve. I appreciate the work of the city council, what y'all are doing, Russell and Joey and all of our people
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Let me say on behalf of the council and the entire city of Opelika, how much we appreciate your leadership during these tough times and the tough calls that you're having to make and the things that you're doing, and we really appreciate it and believe in you and are appreciative that you're the one person in the position you are. Thank you. Bids, Mr. Motley.
It's from here, okay? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the first bid tonight is the conduit systems by open trench excavation methods. This is the people that bury the cables underground. They do it for OPS. Their contract has expired. These are actually better prices on this contract than what we had in the past, so that's good news. There were 15 bidders. There was only one bid received, and we're asking that you accept this bid by open trench evacuation methods.
Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a discussion? Having none, call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All voted aye.
The next bid is a bid that was opened on March 18th for the renovations to Covington Rec Center. There were 11 contractors invited to bid. Of course, that's open to anybody, but specifically 11 that are on the list we sent to, and we advertised that. We had 4 people that had bids. The recommendation is, through Latham, is that we accept the Watley Construction bid. The base bid of $1,637,810. The alternate for additional finishes, which are the finishes you would want to do that. They put a cheaper version in case we wanted to go with that. We wanted that in there so it would look nice and be durable. And then the alternate 2 was to use stone for the aesthetics on the outside, and so that was a $45,000 add. So we're asking that these be approved.
Is there a motion for approval?
Move for approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion?
I have a question about the layout or the renovations. Where, am I missing the pool?
The pool is not part of this renovation.
Okay, so are you doing away with the pool at Covington?
No, ma'am, that decision has not been made. This is just the inside of the building. There's still an exit there, there's still a concession stand, there's still everything there, but the pool is not part of this.
Okay, so on this part, is on the top where it says the west elevation, on the right side, is that not, going out some? Where it says a store or, let's see. You see what I'm talking about, the top one that's on here? It's like a door, 2 doors that are right on the right, at the top of the sheet.
That's the main entrance.
That's the main entrance.
So you're not adding space over to the main entrance?
There are no new, the walls are not moving, no ma'am.
Okay.
It'll be a new facade. The only new walls will be on the inside where they're redoing the bathrooms. They took part of the lobby and added a couple of offices and a new entranceway, and all of that will be completely redone. The locker rooms, the whole deal, new air conditioning, redesign of the roof, because we've had such a hard time stopping the leaks, so all that's in the project.
Okay, thank you.
Others?
I just want to simply say on behalf of the people in Ward 1 and Opelika, we thank the city for being able to come to the fruition of this particular project that has been there for some time. We appreciate it.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All voted aye.
Resolutions, Mr. Gunner?
Mr. President, the first resolution approves travel expense reports submitted by Mrs. Jones and Jennifer Causey of the Police Department.
Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a discussion? Having none, call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Abstain.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 abstain.
The second resolution authorizes the mayor to dispose of 3 items of surplus personal property owned by the city.
Is there a motion for approval?
Vote for approval?
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion? Having none, call the roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
For the last several years, the city of Opelika has administered several grant programs for the East Central Alabama Highway Safety Office. You have before you item 3, which authorizes the submittal of 5 grant applications to the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs, Law Enforcement and Traffic Safety Division for various traffic safety programs.
Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion? Having none, call the roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
The fourth resolution authorizes the renewal of the employment contract with Joel Motley as the city administrator.
Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion? Having none, call the roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
Ordinances, Mr. Gunner.
Mr. President, the first ordinance authorizes the sale of the property located at 1506 Harper Street. This item is on the table.
Entertain a motion to remove this from the table.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
We also further entertain a motion to remove it from the agenda.
Move to remove from the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion?
What's the status of the permit?
We have a backup contract for the same dollar amount. Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
The second ordinance is on the agenda for first reading. As council is aware, the city for many years, many decades, had a franchise agreement with Alabama Gas Corporation for the operation of a gas distribution system within the city of Opelika. As you probably know, Alabama Gas Corporation sold assets of their system to Spire, Alabama, which is now operating the system. You have before you an ordinance granting a franchise to Spire, Alabama Incorporated. The length of the franchise is 30 years. During the term of that franchise, Spire will pay a franchise fee. It is calculated at 1% of gross revenue payable annually.
And if I'm not mistaken, Spire has been making this payment to us. In fact, in spite of the fact that the contract had expired.
They have paid all the franchise fees and they are current on all business license fees.
So I think it would be prudent of us to suspend the rules and get this passed tonight since it's already in place. Entertaining a motion to introduce the ordinance.
Move to introduce.
Is there a motion to approve this ordinance this evening?
I move to suspend the rules.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
Now, is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Pitts.
Aye.
Mr. Smithy.
Aye.
Mr. Cannon.
Aye.
Mr. Smith.
Aye.
All voted aye.
We also have a couple of appointments, both of them to the Opelika Utility Board. Reappointments, I should say. Mr. Herbert Slaughter has agreed to be reappointed if it's desired of the council for a new term that would end May the 4th, 2026. Is there a motion to reappoint Mr. Slaughter?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All voted aye.
It is also, Mrs. Jones has agreed to serve as, if she is reappointed for a term that would actually end November the 2nd, 2020, which would be the organizational meeting night for the new council. Is there a motion to reappoint Ms. Jones?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All voted aye.
The character trait of the month is something that we've all been experiencing lately, is humility, quality or condition of being humble. We have humbled ourselves in front of the Lord and asking for Him to help us out. This is in Mr. Cannon's prayer, and we appreciate that. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move for adjournment.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call roll, please.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Pitts?
Aye.
Mr. Smithy?
Aye.
Mr. Cannon?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
All voted aye.
16 minutes.
15 minutes. Good job.